All right, welcome everyone. Norman Kinsey here with Real Estate vs. Technology. I'm your host, and today we're just going to have one host, and we have a very special guest today. We have Grant Inaba. Welcome to the Real Estate vs. Technology podcast. Looking forward to
Welcome to Real Estate vs. Technology, where you'll get the inside scoop from top producing real estate professionals all around the country, best practices, techniques, and learn about what technology they're using to drive to ensure their success in this world we call real estate.
to ask you some questions, getting into your business, and understanding how technology plays into your success with your business. So I believe you were with Climb, and now you're with Compass. But how long you been in the business, and what made you get into the business, Grant?
Yeah, I've been in the business since about 2011. I believe that was when I got licensed. I've been doing real estate investments before then, since about 2007 or so.
Okay.
I was actually working in libraries and enjoying it quite a lot, except as the economy went down, everybody else kind of, all the other industries out there kind of tanked, and libraries are actually one of the industries that, did not get a lot of funding back when they were, trying to survive through the year. I actually got involved in real estate. I wanted to have a passive income that supplemented the income that I did in libraries and my regular job.
Okay.
When libraries started to go down and real estate started to go up, then I switched careers, and I've been doing real estate ever since.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So how many years now?
So it's a good 13 years now or so. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow.
My parents also, they're entrepreneurs. I had seen, the kind of business gains that they made through real estate, and so kind of passively watched it my whole life as well.
Wow, that's awesome. Any specific areas you specialize in, or are you working?
Residential, definitely. I do a commercial when it comes my way, or in order to help out clients. Also, the same thing with rentals and leases. But
Okay.
primarily, I like to do residential. It's kind of my knowledge and expertise.
Got it. Okay. And I see we got your website behind us right now, and I see that there's showing some pictures of Walnut Creek. So do you focus in like Walnut Creek or Concord, or what? Any specific cities?
Yeah, started doing business in Oakland, so I know Oakland like the back of my hand.
Okay.
A lot of other Oakland residents, I migrated out to Contra Costa in order to, be able to buy larger homes for myself, and so I'm actually residing in Concord now.
Okay.
Doing a lot of business basically all over the East Bay. I've got a whole team of agents that basically do everything from Solano County down to the bottom of Alameda County.
Wow. Awesome. Okay. So getting more into your business, so our listeners have an idea of your annual production level and how you leverage technology to play into, growing your business and scaling your business. Give our listeners and our audience viewers a little bit more insight in those things.
Yeah, so I'm probably doing somewhere around 20 to 30 million or so, and growing every single year. So it's been really fun to, kind of see the progress. Definitely I've been using technology in order to, make gains and, systemize, make things much quicker, make things much more fluid for our clients. Do a lot of social media, of course. Social media is a very, very important component of marketing, I believe. And, with technology, it makes it very, very easy.
Yeah.
Also do a lot of online lead generation and a lot of online, kind of farming type of like Facebook or things of that nature.
Got it. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. It's amazing how things have changed, since how it used to be with the old school way of door knocking and making calls and networking, and now everything's digital, right? So it's like a completely different world with just, all right, I'm gonna just pick up my smartphone and put out a couple posts, do some hashtags, tag some people, and then you get that exposure, and you don't even have to see them like face to face, like just like us, we're online.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think I've probably seen you in person about the same amount of times as I've seen you online.
Well, I try to get out there as much as I can and stay relevant. That's one thing I think is great too about technology is it gives you the ability to expand and grow into new markets, and not just need to be local. You can actually be local physically, and then you could virtually be, everywhere, which is really, really cool. So awesome. So what type of techniques do you use when dealing with your clients when it comes to technology? How do you use technology to help your customers, whether it's through a transaction or communication, and how does that play into tech?
Yeah, so Compass, of course, is a very technology-forward company. They give us a lot of tools in order to be able to reach out, and especially with their marketing, create a very good image that's appealing to people. We've got a very good CRM, Chime CRM, which we use, and it's able to connect basically all of our teammates together and create a very fluid conversation amongst ourselves. And then also, there's great tools that help us reach out to our clients in a efficient way as well.
Okay.
Either through drip campaigns, but also phone and text capabilities, things like that. So it's great. You can see all that information, all that communication that we've had with the clients and amongst ourselves, all in one place. In
Yeah.
addition, we use social media, like we were saying, to reach out to people and try and connect with them, get a conversation started where we can actually understand exactly their needs are and how we can best fulfill them.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. So as far as where your business is, where do you see your business in the next 5 years?
I would imagine it'll be growing. That's for certain. Probably have more agents in the team to be able to cover this area that we do, which is a very large geographic area. I'd love to have kind of more local, specific agents able to cover very, very specific markets. Right now, we cover a very large territory. And then also, in addition to all the new school type of stuff that we do, I really like the old school stuff also.
Okay.
So, to the point where we feel like we're really locked in with, our marketing and our technology. I'd love to actually also go back to the old school ways of doing things like door knocking and
Okay.
phone, things like that, and try and figure out a way to kind of streamline that with the new technology tools we have too.
That's awesome. Well, I think our listeners and viewers will definitely want to tune in for that because it'd be kind of cool to see how could you potentially innovate, right? Innovate utilizing technology and then also the traditional way of door knocking to potentially, I don't know, do something different. That's the cool thing about tech, right? I mean, this industry is always being innovated and, it's up to us to do as such. And who knows what potentially could come up of it, right? So I'll be staying tuned too, looking out for new creative ways that you help to innovate the door knocking process. Because I'm sure a lot of agents too start off that way. So I know a lot of people that have, and so I'm sure some listeners and viewers will want to see how you go about that process. So getting closer to the end, and wanted to find out some tips. So do you have any tips or suggestions for a new agent getting into the business?
Well, social media is free, so it's very easy to start an account and just start reaching out to people, start figuring out what your audience is.
Okay.
It's a great way to figure out what what your whys and things like that are. Also, your desire to, help a certain demographic. I think social media is a great way for us to be able to reach out to everybody and have conversations, come back at us where we can kind of get an idea of how we want to do our business in the future. So that's the biggest, in my opinion, that's the biggest thing. And because it's free, it's only a time investment. Figure out how to schedule your time so you can make time for it every day and have consistency where you can kind of build progress with it, build leads with it, and build your business with it.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. It is timely, but it's literally an open playing field. There's so much opportunity. Like you said, if you could just niche down and focus on, okay, who do you want to work with? Is it buyer or seller? Like, okay, like persona profile, age, maybe what they do for work, and then check all the hashtags out. You could search, you could find them, you can like them, you can comment on their stuff. It's just amazing. It's amazing what you do with that these days. So do you recommend any podcasts or books for any listeners or viewers to check out?
Just everything out there. There's every single thing. Actually, there are different industries too. You can get bits and pieces of information that can help you level up your business and also make it unique too.
Yeah.
I like everything that Gary Keller does. He writes great books. The One Thing was a book that really kind of changed my life on a very high level. And the $1 Million Agent that he wrote also, it's something that I read continuously. I actually, once I finish it, I'll just start reading it all over again just because it has so much specific information that can help your business also.
That's so true. I feel like they say the average CEO reads a book a week, about 52 books a year. But like you said, I mean, if you can read it over a couple times, you're always going to pick something else out of it. It's
Yeah, I actually read the one thing every year, and it's so easy, but the message is a good reminder, so I can bang it out in a couple days, and I read it once a year just to refresh, what my goals are and things like that.
That's awesome. You're inspiring me to read that again. I have read that book, and I'll have to
Yeah,
I use Audible and go to the gym and work out and just listen to books. So
yeah,
I'll have to reread that one. I like that one.
yeah.
So we're coming to the show part of the show where we want to let the floor be open. So something new, something's coming up for you. Advertise your business, whatever it is. The floor is yours. What would you like the listeners and viewers to know?
Yeah, my name is Grant Inaba. You can search me anywhere by finding the handle Grant Good Agent and also the hashtag Good Agent. My home office, my home region is in Oakland, Berkeley, although I have a office also in Pinole, in downtown Pinole, and I think we're really going to start emphasizing a lot of business towards the 80 corridor, basically everything from Berkeley up to Vallejo, Fairfield, even Vacaville, and I think that's really kind of where we're going to end up planting the flag. Like I said, though, we have agents in areas as far north as Vallejo and far south as Hayward, and go as far east as Brentwood and Tracy. So really, anywhere in the East Bay, if you need assistance, you can always contact me and let me know, and we can get you connected with the right agents.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you being on the show, giving the listeners and the viewers some things to think about as they grow their real estate business and they navigate, maybe a good book they could read. So we appreciate you coming in and tuning in today. And Grant saw the episode with Mr. Dave Shub
Yeah.
out of Walnut Creek, California, reached out to us and said, I want to be on the show. And here he is. As I always tell our listeners, hey, if you want to get on the show, just go ahead and send us an email or DM us, and we'd love to have you on the show. But be sure to join our Facebook group page. Be sure to thumbs up, subscribe, comment below with maybe an agent that you think that should be on the show if you're here on YouTube. And Grant, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you so much for our listeners tuning in. Hopefully there's something you could take from today's episode. Until the next time, take care and have a good one.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. We hope you found value and took something you can apply to your business today. Be sure to join our community on Facebook, Real Estate vs. Technology, all spelled out. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would appreciate it. It's Real Estate Tech. And of course, if you or someone else you know would like to be a part of our show, just go ahead and send us an email. It's reversetechtalk@gmail.com, and we'll see you next week.